It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, January 1st, New Year's Day 2018.
Whoop, whoop!
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, fellas.
I'm here with Conehead Hogan and
We're living the
Tiara.
dream. We're living the dream.
That's it.
Tiara Kelly's over here.
Hey, I had to wear my headphones.
Well,
and
yeah.
the other hat didn't fit right, so I got it festive.
So happy New Year 2018. Here we are.
And the odd man out. Where's your hat, Dale?
I don't need a hat.
Mr. Bah Humbug.
You guys get all whooped up about changing the calendar, huh?
Oh, yeah,
you
man.
bet, you
Wow.
bet.
Start of a new year, ready to make some new friends.
I'm with you. See? We're feeling it.
Yep.
Are
We're
you
there.
feeling it?
I'm feeling
Without
it.
the
It's New
donuts.
Year. New Year. Without donuts.
Without donuts.
I'm great. This is great.
I tell you, every year I meet a bunch of people, but there's always about 10 that really stand out and become friends, and just looking forward to who's going to be my new friend this year.
Yep. Good.
I'll be your friend, Jerry.
You're already my friend.
Oh.
You've been my friend for
Will
10
you be
years.
my friend? This we're.
And then we got Bah Humbug in
Yeah.
the corner.
Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street, Eric?
Dale's, I got one friend. I'll loan you some of mine, buddy.
Well, what did you say we talk about Brood Awakening Coffee and wish them Happy New Year, too?
Oh.
They sure have made it good for us through the past many years. Brood Awakening Coffee supplying us with the coffee.
Great way to wake up in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when did they come into business? Because I know that they've really grown exponentially here over the past year.
Yeah.
Expanding their locations and all. We've been drinking Brood Awakening for
2 years at least.
Has it been 2 years?
Yeah. It's a carryover from the radio days, you know. And
Yeah.
Well, he's done really well in 2 years.
I think so.
3 locations, and you'd always stop by here.
Yep. 3 locations, BRMC, 62 East Plaza, and Balmer Boulevard.
Yep. Good
Anyway,
stuff.
so good coffee, good friends, new year. I mean, resolutions.
Just make
Not
it
to
through
wear any
this
more
year.
silly hats.
Yeah, this will be the only day you see me this year in this hat.
Oh, boy. Okay. The morning prayer brought to you by your hometown Sears store. And it's never too late or too early to go shopping at Sears.
True.
There's always something you need to check out at Sears. You know, you're thinking about maybe, well, that wash machine's getting a little bit old. Now it's 2018. And I just don't want to have any trouble out of it, or that dryer or the dishwasher. Check
Got a
them
little
out.
bit of anything and everything you can think of over there at Sears. They do. If you haven't been in your local Sears store, you need
And
to
they're
go in
very
there.
professional in the way they will tell you. Let's take, for instance, a wash machine. Okay. So you may need a lighter duty, may need a heavier duty, may need a nice front load efficient, or a good old standard top load.
Yep.
Check them out at Sears.
Yep.
Check them out.
And it's time to pre-buy for your summer needs too. All those lawnmowers sitting out there in the parking lot, they want them things gone. And what I mean by that, normally they're like $24.99. You can get them out there for about $900 now. So they want them out of the parking lot.
Yep.
Good time to shop.
Well, how about the morning prayer? Let's get it fired off here.
It sounds good to me. Morning
Great-
prayer now
great-
is
great
brought to you
way.
by
Roller Funeral Homes.
Welcome aboard.
Very glad to have them on.
Yep.
This
All
is
right.
a great way to start the new year and the new show with the morning prayer.
Let's pause for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, in this New Year's Day, I want to thank you for your blessings. And looking back on 2017, as Jerry said, I've made some wonderful new friends myself. And yet I look forward to meeting even more new friends this year. But Lord, whatever issues or challenges we may face, let us always seek your wisdom and your will in all we do. Thank you for your blessings. And that's my prayer today on this New Year's Day, 2018.
Amen.
Amen.
And the local prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes.
Well-
Weather brought to you by Sears. Wonderful sponsors. Thank you for your sponsorship.
Absolutely. And there's one thing going on today. If you go to Silver Dollar City from noon to 8 p.m., You can check out the Christmas lights, and they have their special New Year's Day kind of theme. So, and that's all I found.
So what's up with you and New Year's? She's just another. To us, it's a party. It's a Happy New Year.
Yay!
See, you're not getting into this.
Good, I get it. Cleaned out my sinuses.
Happy New Year.
That was pretty good. You got
go.
shot that thing.
Can you smell it? Oh yeah, yeah.
Give me, aim it this way.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
There you go. Just squeeze.
And
Jerry's got a domestic. Look at this microphone.
Yeah, we do believe in Second Amendment around here. Couple
in my
holes
coffee.
in the roof, but we'll
There's
fix
something
them
floating in
later.
there.
Hey, we're going to get you into this one way or another, Dale. You're either going to get into it or you're going to wear it, one or the other. Happy New Year, Dale.
Yeah. Happy New Year, fellas. It's been quite a ride, man.
It has. It has.
Glad to be where we are. I'm very excited.
Let's talk about that for a minute, and make no bones about it. We made the move from radio to TV, and it took a lot of thought, prayer, consideration of what to do. And Reynolds Media has just been outstanding in the accommodations and making sure that Down on the Corner made the proper move. And
Scooter, he got all this set together. And
built the set, made the XL7 logo for us, and it's got us all wired up here. So, we've even had some of the electronics, the antique electronics here.
And we're going to have more of them. I mean, that's
and the new set will be
future.
Coming here throughout January. Things will be changing behind. We're going to get rid of the black curtain and have it a little bit more up to date.
Yep.
It's just step by step by step. But now I've got to tell you, the first quarter of 2018 sets the standard for your whole year in business. You're a business. It sets your standard. Check your budget. Call Jerry. You got some good prices.
Man, I tell you what, $300 we can get you from Ash Flat to Branson, and we cover a large area. And we will take care of you. And we do a lot of our good marketing right here on this show. To get on this show, come be a part of the family, and we will take care of your marketing needs.
How you become part of the family? Stop by have coffee first.
Yeah.
Coffee, stop in and see us. I mean, this is one of the things we pride ourselves on. We are a small town local TV station. We're here to support the local businesses. We're here to help you grow and help you. He keeps
drinking water.
Looking at his coffee. It's got confetti in it.
Yeah, it's in there, Dale. It's everywhere.
It's right. It's in my drink too, so no problem.
That's pretty cool.
I got 6 more packed in there.
We're gonna have a mess in the studio.
Oh yeah,
Gil, we're gonna have to do some cleaning.
We need some cleaning, Gil. But no, we're here for you guys, and we'll take care of you, and we just encourage you to try us out.
And we done pretty good, man. I'm amazed at how quick the sponsors came on board without knowing the product, but they put a lot of faith in us right here, and they're very happy.
Well, I think when you have clients that come on, and we want people, and I've always said, if you'd like to be on the show, call. There's some things I don't stay in contact with, but some people, I'd like to. I wouldn't mind doing that show, but I'm afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Call us.
Call us.
You can find me on Facebook. Everything's there. Find me on Facebook. Call Gil. Call Scooter. Whatever. They can get in touch. But I'd rather somebody take the time. Say, I'd really like to do 15 minutes. Come on, let's do that.
You betcha.
We're here to help.
Yep.
Me and Jerry's got some ideas for this year outside the box where we can actually leave and go out to areas and start filming things and bringing them back for the show. And I think it'll be just a positive move all the way across the board.
When you have a local TV station like this, it needs to be local. I got confetti on the prayer.
You have it everywhere. It's in your keyboard, in your coffee, in your hair.
It's shorten up the keyboard. You hit the letter K, it comes up 3.
But yeah, I'm very excited about getting out and kind of moving around town with Scooter, and we'll be out there. We can go to your business.
But keep this in mind, Jerry. Whenever a business comes on and they have a website or a Facebook page, we can actually implement that video in on the television screen as we talk about your product or your services.
Sure can.
So, that's something we didn't have in radio. Plus, we let you talk.
That's the whole kicker.
In my opinion, a successful talk show host knows how to keep his mouth shut.
That's how it works.
That's why you got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
There you go.
And who knows their product better than the people selling it?
So I would rather ask 3 or 4 questions and let them have the majority of the time, because that's what we do.
And the cool thing about video, and it's been a transition for me coming out of radio. Like, I could sit here on radio, oh, this is the biggest, baddest truck. You've never seen nothing this powerful. And then you get out on the lot and like, that's not the biggest, baddest. But video, all you got to do is say, there it is.
There it is.
Yep.
And you can see it's the biggest, baddest, or the most fuel economical, whatever. So I love video, man.
And you're learning to do some editing, aren't you?
I'm dabbing in it right now.
It's interesting.
I got a long way to go.
He's got some more pondering to do.
More pondering, yeah.
I figure it's going to take about a year before you can actually say, I'm good at that. Which Scooter's been doing this a while. He'll help me out. And Gil, he's more than
I've been blessed to be with the Reynolds family for years. I've always kind of been part-time behind the scenes.
Or just started?
No, I
You started
started
the 726 show?
They had the 726 show going. They called it by a different name back then, This Week in Mountain Home or something like that. But we were at the old Village Mall. You know,
really?
Yep. That's
really.
I got to know them back then and got to helping out. And we did some telethons that they had me participate in. And one thing led to another, and now they're like family. So.
Yep.
Gil used to call, and you can't say no to family. So
I hear you.
But he's always taking good care of us.
Speaking of family, and we have family businesses in Branson and Kimberling City and Harrison and Yellville and Flippin and all the way through to Salem to Mountain View to West Plains.
Asheville.
And we want to help. Call us. It's not expensive.
No, it is.
No.
It's not expensive.
We'll show you how economical it is. Get your name out there and make it worth your while.
Yep.
I'm still cleaning up confetti.
You'll be here a
Where's
while.
that gun? Shoot that thing off again.
Yeah, get it cleaned up, then hit it again.
Hit it again.
Boom. Well,
it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Plus the fact, and I want to reiterate right here, we got 2 minutes before the break. This is midterm election year, and this will be the year we elect a governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state, on down the line. We got some great candidates, and so we're going to bring. Well, you saw last week.
We ended the year with a bang. I
Yeah.
mean, we had some great people on there, and
Supreme Court folks, and
Yep.
we're going to continue that. Candidates, give us a call. We want to help, and so we're not here to hang you out to dry. We're here for you to express your opinion. Let the people see and hear you, meet you. Let them know who you are, and you have our respect, and love to have you.
Yep. And I will say, I'm very proud of the representatives we do have. Being this business, you get to know them on a personal level, off the mics, and I'm telling you, they're more genuine off the mics than what they are.
Senator Flippo is going to kill me for saying this. Well, but say it anyway. I called him to see if he wanted to come in and visit when the Associate Justice and the Chief Justice were here last week.
Yeah.
And he says, Dale, I can't. I'm on my way. He says, I'm on my way out of town. I got to catch an airplane, got to go to here and all this stuff. And I said, well, it's up in the air whether the Chief Justice can make it because there's some water damage in his house. Dang it, Dale, now I'm going to wonder all this week to leave my water going. I laughed.
And that's one of the ones I'm talking about, Scott
He's
Flippo.
hilarious.
My gosh. And people, man, I tell you, when you get a representative like Scott Flippo, just call him, email him something, say good job, because he is down there in Little Rock under constant pressure from lobbyists and
let me
people
make this
wanting to
suggestion.
sway his votes, and he's one of the few that actually stands up, says, I'm here to represent my people.
When you talk to your representative or senator, whether on the state level or the federal level, leave out the profanity.
Oh, absolutely.
Be respectful. You can disagree respectfully.
Yep. I agree.
So, with that, I think we can go take a break and get the confetti out of my car.
What was that song?
Boy, I hope the edit button works today.
And we will be
Right back. And we're back on this New Year's Day, and back on Thanksgiving Day. Jaclyn Warren was here with Paula Bennett. We talked about healthy eating, and we thought that, well, it turned out to be one of the most shared shows I had on Facebook. And Scooter, I thought it went well, so we invited them back for New Year's Day. So I'm going to turn it over to the girls. Jaclyn and Paula, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
having us.
Yes, thank you. So last time we talked about bad foods.
We talked about on Thanksgiving Day, no
On
less.
Thanksgiving Day,
Yes.
the day that we all eat, talked about bad foods and the things that you absolutely should stay away from
Exactly.
for your health.
That's right.
And
So let's talk about those. Just real.
Okay.
You want to recap?
Sure. Eggs. Get rid of eggs.
Very good.
No eggs, no dairy.
Very good.
Corn,
Good.
MSG,
Yes.
citric acid,
Yes.
pork,
Yes.
and canola oil.
Canola oil. I'm impressed.
Is there more?
Soy
Oh, soy, yes. Which I should have known.
and
'Cause of my
gluten.
own. And gluten, okay.
I am impressed.
Yes.
I am very
Not
good.
that I've done it.
That's okay.
But I know
It's a process.
It
It's a
is.
process.
It is. And I'm working on that. I'm slowly trying to weed out some of that stuff. So I was just talking about my dinner last night being very healthy and organic, and so I'm working on it. Baby
Every little
steps.
bit you can get in there is helpful. And if people want to know why these foods are bad, then they can go back and look on, is it YouTube? Look at Down on the Corner,
Yes, parts 3 and 4.
parts
3 and
3 and
4.
4.
3 and 4 of our
Yeah,
show.
and you can go back and see why these foods are bad for
Yeah,
you.
it's the Thanksgiving episode, parts 3 and 4. And there's also the book Medical Medium that you have
Right.
done all your research with, and then the show,
What the Health.
What
we
the
talked
Health.
about What the Health.
and then Forks Over
Forks
Knives.
Over Knives,
Yeah,
yes.
so those are some good resources that, and you've done tons of research. I keep telling people, I'll tell people stuff, and they're like, you know, everybody thinks what they research is the right thing, and I'm like, no,
Exactly.
I'm telling you, Paula Bennett has researched like for years.
That's right,
And so
yes.
she knows her stuff, and when she says that she believes in this, like, this is, like, I take it as gospel.
Well, there's a lot of information out there. And in today's age with the internet, I mean, it's just fingertips away. But is it correct?
Right.
You see, who do you listen to?
Right.
And that was always my big thing. And I've read every book
Right.
out there on chronic illness. And when I got to this one, show you all this, Medical Medium by Anthony William,
Yes.
I knew I had found the answers to my health problems.
Well, and it's easier too if you can see the changes. Like you and I have
Right.
worked together for
Right.
so many years,
Yes.
and seeing you well now compared to sick
Exactly.
years ago working together in ICU, I'm going to believe what I can see.
What you can see,
Right.
exactly.
So, you know, that's helpful to me that I can see that, yeah.
And it's
It works.
and we are working with people who are actually changing how they eat, and they're seeing results. And it's not just weight loss,
No.
but
not. That's a good benefit of it.
it's a great benefit.
But yeah, but when you see people with having things healed that have been wrong with them for years based on the food they eat, it's amazing because your body's full of viruses. We talked about that. Your body's
Right.
full of viruses.
And pathogens.
Epstein-Barr. There's like 66.
60 different varieties,
Right, and so
causing different
you-
kinds of
Yeah.
problems.
So you feed the virus and make yourself worse by what you
Right.
eat,
Right.
or you heal yourself by what you feed the virus
That's right.
with what you eat. So
Healing
we're going to
foods.
talk about good foods.
We're going
today.
to talk about good foods.
Healing foods.
So this is
Good foods.
positive now.
Yes, to start the new year right.
So I mentioned Medical Medium, and this is available on Amazon for less than $20. It's worth. I would pay thousands for this book. Honestly,
I spend more than that on trash, so that's a good.
It's so worth it. And then the other book that I want to mention, and this is where I get all of my information about food. This is Life Changing Foods by Anthony William, and it's got that beautiful orange.
That looks really
love
good. I'm
it.
hungry.
I love it. So he talks about in this book. The first book is more about chronic illness and different illnesses and the cause. My thing was, what causes it? You know, people have all this stuff out there. It's for inflammation. Well, what causes inflammation?
Right.
You know, that's what I wanted to know as a cause. And this book, he talks a little bit more about 4 of the main reasons why we're all sick: DDT, radiation, heavy metals, and viruses. And you could read more about what each of those does in this book and what to do about them. Okay. And the different foods that help heal us, there's 4 categories: fruits, vegetables, herbs and spices, and wild foods. I went blank for a minute. Wild foods. So those 4 different categories. Meat's not one of them.
No meats, no carbs.
No eggs. It's not healing. So these are the four different categories of the foods that heal us and what each food does. An apple. I mean, the amazing things that an apple does for you.
Apple a day.
I eat an apple every day.
An apple a day.
Actually. So those are I wanted to talk about those books.
Okay.
So what time do you go to bed every night, Jaclyn?
It depends on
this
when
is
I
not
have
fair
to.
for you. I'll put you on the spot.
It's okay. If I have to get up at 4, I try to go to bed at 8.
Good.
If I have to get up at 5, between 5 and 6, I'm in bed by 10.
Okay.
I'm not really a good sleeper. I hit 40 and sleeping went out the window. If I really want to sleep good, I medicate. It's just, if I want more than 6 hours. My problem is not going to sleep, it's staying asleep.
A lot of people have sleep issues, especially as they get older, and we don't have to. We don't have to have sleep issues. And I asked what time you went to bed is because our body heals itself between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So I'm very impressed. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, yeah.
It's really important. So sometimes when I would be off the next day, I would stay up till 11 o'clock because I'm like a little kid. I want to stay up late and do things. No. Now you're in bed at 10. And even if you don't go to sleep, I go to bed and I lay there and I'm quiet. And your body is still healing if you're in bed and quiet. So between 10 and 2, really important those hours.
Okay.
And a lot of people can't stay asleep. There's a lot of different reasons for sleep issues. The liver and adrenal glands are huge. But that's for a different show.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about for your health, so one of the best things you can do is lemon water.
Okay.
First thing in the morning.
Everybody at work is drinking lemon water because of you.
I hope so. 16 ounces of water with the juice of half a lemon, first thing when you wake up. Your liver has worked through the night to pull out toxins. That's what it does. We want to help get rid of those toxins. We want to flush them out of our body. So we drink the lemon water first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Okay? Lemons, you don't want to just drink plain water. Lemons add electrolytes. They make the water living. They help flush out the organs. And if you don't like lemon, you can do a lime.
Okay. Now, is it like just squeeze it and throw the whole thing in there, rind and all?
No, I have one of those. It's like a little...
Like a garlic press, but
for water. So, or for
Okay.
lemons. So that's really fast. You just squeeze the juice.
because I see people with them in their bottles.
Yeah, that's okay too. But
Okay.
I really want the juice in there.
Okay.
So I use that to get the juice.
And it's better to do a fresh, not bottled lemon.
exactly
a fresh
sometimes
lemon.
if you read the label, sometimes there's citric acid and whatnot
Okay. In lemon
there,
juice.
in lemon juice. And then you drink lemon water throughout the day. One of the best things to flush the liver out. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you should be drinking 50 ounces of lemon water or lime water a day.
Half your weight is
Yes.
ounces of water.
Because we're chronically dehydrated. And it's hard in our job, believe me. And I make the effort. And sometimes I'm running to the bathroom, but that's
Yeah.
okay. It's
and
worth
sometimes
it.
it's hard to even drink. I mean, nursing is busy.
It is.
You know,
But we have
it's
to.
all, but
we
yeah,
can't
I mean,
take care of other people
yeah,
if we don't take care of ourselves.
right.
So that's huge. And so the next thing that I have is celery juice. And so why don't you pass one of those to Dale?
There's your cocktail.
Thank you.
Okay,
To your health.
okay. So, do I got to drink all this?
We got a toast. To
We
your
got a
health.
toast. Happy New Year.
Now,
celery
you can
juice.
just sip on it.
I'm a smeller.
And I made this right before I came.
Beth?
It's not horrible.
I mean, it's strong. People have,
Some peanut butter with this. Is peanut butter good?
well, not with celery juice. You want to drink this by itself. So 20 minutes after the lemon water, and this is great for weight loss. You want to drink 16 ounces of celery juice. I know that's a lot.
How many stalks of celery is that?
It's about one bunch. It's about one bunch. It's a lot. You start with 4 to 6 ounces, and you work your way up.
So you drink 16 ounces of. Do you just like chug this?
You know, it's the morning time. I drink it pretty fast because I'm a busy woman in the morning. I have a lot of things to do.
Me too.
So you don't have to chug it though.
Okay.
You can drink it over 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. And then 16 ounces of this 20 minutes later. So it's the
After the
combination and the timing.
Yes, yes. And then you don't want anything for 20 minutes after this.
I'm
because
already burping this. like, I don't even.
And let me tell you, okay, if you can't get it down.
Oh, I can get it down.
Put an apple in it.
Okay.
You know, you don't want
taste bad.
It's not that bad, no. I like it. I have not missed a day of celery juice in over 2 years. I take my juicer on vacation. I am not devoted. It is that good for you.
Wow. Okay.
Or I might be crazy, I don't know.
Well, we are nurses.
So if you're somebody that literally can't get it down, you put an apple with it or you put lemon with it. But you don't want to throw a ton of stuff because there's nothing more anti-inflammatory than the celery juice.
Now, they used to say that about apple cider vinegar.
Yes, that's a myth.
Yeah.
That's a myth. And he covers...
I gotta chase that.
He covers apple cider vinegar in this book. There's a lot of things out there that are not correct. Mm-hmm. And it's covered, apple cider vinegars, I'm glad you brought that up because it's covered in the book. So celery juice is great for reflux.
Really?
Amazing for reflux. My husband got off of his reflux meds by drinking celery juice.
I was going to say, I can get off my Prevacid.
Yes. Now, if you have really severe reflux, it might take more than just celery juice. And we can talk about that later.
Okay.
But reflux meds were not made for us to take long term. And I don't know if that's something that people really want to do long term. But you can get off of them by celery juice and maybe other things if that's not enough. Some people have really severe reflux.
Okay, so celery juice, you said 16 ounces is a whole
bunch.
Yes. Like a package.
Yes.
Get you 1 glass of celery juice.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so what kind of juicer is the best before we break here? What kind of juicer?
Well, there's 2 types of juicers, and if we don't, we can finish it if we don't.
Okay.
After the break. There's a centrifugal juicer, and it works kind of fast. And I like the Breville. You can find it on Amazon for around $140.
Well, that ain't bad, because I was thinking like $400 for a juicer.
They have them. This is a pretty good juicer, but the juice starts oxidizing within about 30 minutes. So, you need to consume it. You don't need to make it the night before for the next day, because it's going to be oxidized.
So you can't
store it?
Store it.
Well, if you have a masticating juicer, those are more expensive. Those juices are good for about 24 hours covered in the fridge. They don't oxidize. I like the Omega. They're around $400. Those make nut butters.
Do you have an Omega?
No.
Okay.
I'd like one as a gift. No.
I will tell your husband.
That's on my list of things, is a Omega juicer. Because I want to juice leafy greens. And a masticating juicer is great for that. But a centrifugal juicer, back to that. So the juice oxidizes. Now, if I'm going to spend a morning juicing, which I do sometimes, I'll make my celery juice, my watermelon juice, my fennel apple juice, and whatever. And I'll keep them in the fridge, and I'll drink them over the next 4 or 5 hours. Yes, they oxidize over time, but you're still going to get some benefit. But I wouldn't do it the night before.
Right.
Because they do oxidize and they lose effectiveness.
Okay. But now your smoothies that you drink every day, that's just in a blender.
That's just in a blender.
I have a blender.
Good. You can do a smoothie. Because we're going to talk about one of the most important foods to eat that you can put in a smoothie.
We're going to do that when we come back after this break. We've got to take a break for a little bit.
Be right back.
Be right back. Okay, so we're back with Paula Bennett. We're talking about good foods, and when we left off, we were talking about celery juice. And while we were on break, we were talking about that, how if you're really busy in the morning, moms are busy, kids, got to get them out the door, that you can do the celery juice at night.
Right, right. I like the celery juice in the morning because you do want to flush those toxins out of the liver in the morning. But if you, it's so great for you and so anti-inflammatory, and you don't have time, then you could do it in the evening. You just want to make sure you have an empty stomach before you drink it.
Okay.
So like an hour and a half to 2 hours, nothing, on your stomach, and then nothing after for 20 minutes. That's really important.
Okay.
Okay.
So you could drink it and then go to bed.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, and be done.
Now, the thing about when you start celery juice, I say start with 4 to 6 ounces. You may have to make a bathroom trip. Okay.
Okay.
Because what it's doing, it's killing the bad pathogens in your gut.
Okay.
Okay. So I told you my husband got off his reflux meds.
Right.
But he also had a little diarrhea with it.
Okay.
For a long time. Just, right after he drank it. And now that's gone. I mean, that lasted about 10 months. That's okay. Kills the bad pathogens. If you have any kind of inflammation, if you have any kind of joint pain, muscle aches, celery juice.
Well, we were talking about Mary King. She's a friend of ours. She's 68. Thought she was going to need a knee replacement. Started doing the celery juice and the combination of other things you had her
other
do.
Things, yes.
And she's great. She can do stairs.
She can do
not
stairs
hurting her,
now.
and she will work circles around us. And she works full time. I mean, it's,
she's amazing.
She is amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah. So, and she has no knee pain.
And so it's the most anti-inflammatory thing that we can consume. It's great for the liver, it's great for the adrenal glands, and it's great for reflux. And it has mineral salts that feed the nervous system and build neurotransmitters in our brain, which we, with our job, we need that. That's important.
We do need that.
I have not missed a day of celery juice in over 2 years.
Yeah, you were saying you take it on vacation.
I bring my juicer.
Yeah, and we were talking about the juicers and that, and then we talked about the smoothies, and that I'm gonna guess the blueberries are
that's
number one ingredient in the smoothies.
So I bought a little package. This is Wyman's of Maine frozen wild blueberries. This is one of the number one foods that we need to be eating. Now don't get confused. It's not the same as the regular blueberries.
A Walmart 6-ounce package.
Right. Those are great for you. They're fine.
Yeah.
That's like a styrofoam cup. This is the Holy Grail.
Okay.
Okay. The highest. Yes, I get these at the Truck Patch. They have to be. Now I like this company because they do spray, but they spray as little as possible. So to get organic wild, it's very expensive.
Okay. So what does something like this cost?
This is like 12 something.
And how long will that last you?
There's 10 cups or 8 cups. There's 8 or 10 cups.
Well, it's 3 pounds.
Oh, I used to know. I think it's 10 cups.
So how many days will this last you?
Well, some days I eat 3 cups. You should eat a cup a day. I think there's 10 cups, yeah.
So if there's $10, $12, I mean, that's cheap when you divide that up.
If you compare it to other frozen foods, it's about the same. Yeah. It really isn't bad. So on a day that we work till 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I will have 3 cups of these, and the next day I'm not as exhausted. I can tell a difference. They must be from a cold climate. So Walmart and Harps, I believe, carry wild blueberries, not from this company. They're fine. You just want to look at the bag and make sure that they're from Canada or Maine.
Okay.
Like I found some from California. It's not the same.
So like when I go pick my own and flipping.
It's not wild blueberries. But that's great for you to do. No, that's great for you to do. So I like these in the smoothie.
Okay. I like to just eat blueberries.
You can just eat these.
Put them in a
fine.
salad with some spinach and some strawberries and some raspberries and.
That's fine, but you want to buy these because they need to be frozen.
Okay.
Now there's not a disease these can't help protect you from. There's not a cancer these can't help you fight. I am telling you.
Get off the eggs and dairy and get on the blueberries.
Get on the wild blueberries. So critical for you. And I just want to say, because this is New Year's Day, people do their resolutions and they talk about weight loss. Which I dieted my way up to 200 pounds. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I dieted up to 230.
Yeah. So
at one time.
Weight loss is about.
Let me ask right there. What went wrong?
Because I was eating the wrong food. I was eating the wrong food, and I would go.
Because I always thought proportions were.
Now I eat a ton of food.
She eats all the time, but it's what she eats. Now, I was a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids and did not really watch what I ate or the portions. And then when I was 37, I was like, I'm miserable. I have to do something. And that's when I started working out. And I did weights and running, and I did Body for Life, which is balancing your carbs and your meats and eating clean. It was lean, you know, no boxed foods, no processed, no.
That's so important for your
and
health.
So I did that, and then yoga and Pilates, and I mean, I was dedicated 7 days a week, and I'd lost 80 pounds. I got down to 150 at a point. Now I'm about 20 pounds heavier than that, but that's New Year's Day.
Right. Well, you know, when I say I dieted, because I did low carb, you can't stick to that. I did keto. It's terrible. Well, I shouldn't dog any diet anyway. I'll just say that.
And it's not a diet. It's a lifestyle change.
Right.
You're not going to keep a diet. You have to make a lifestyle change.
Absolutely. And I decided I was going to eat for my health. I'm concerned about the inside of my body more than the outside. I thought I'm going to eat for my health, and if I want a banana, I'm going to have a banana. And I ate 6 to 7 bananas a day, tons of potatoes, and I lost 63 pounds. And I weigh what I did in high school. And I'm sorry, but I look good at a 2-piece. Yeah. I mean, I do. Yeah. And I don't have any trouble keeping it off because this is how I eat now. Right. And I'm happy and I'm healthy and I feel good. So.
And I mean, and you can go as extreme as you.
Right.
But like you said, just making the changes where you can. You know, I talk about all the time, I'm a mom of 2, I'm a single parent, I can't afford everything organic, and but when I can, I do, and I substitute and I get rid of what I can. Like, I've never bought a box of Little Debbie's. I've never had a box of Little Debbie's in my house.
You are my queen. I am so impressed.
You know, they get those treats when they go to grandma's, and I don't routinely buy soda. You know, my daughter gets it at her birthday party as a treat, and then it's like the no caffeine. Yes. It's like Sprite and you know. So, I mean, where you can do it.
Right. So you
every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps. So, and that's my goal, is to tell people, you know, people that are really sick, you can get well. You can. Or people that would just want to maintain their health. You just add more fruits and vegetables. Mm-hmm. So when you were talking about weight loss, the lemon water, the celery juice, and you add more fruits and vegetables, and you've got to cut the fat. Right. You've got to cut the fat, which is the animal protein. Right. And chicken has as much fat as beef. And if you love chicken and you want to eat it, then you should eat it. Mm-hmm. I'm not, you know, I'm for people eating whatever they want, even if it's Doritos and Mountain Dew. If that's what you want, then that's what you should have. But if you want to lose weight and keep it off and keep your liver healthy, you've got to cut the animal protein. And we already talked about dairy and eggs. You're not eating that stuff anyway. So.
Right. And then I know pork is horrible. So what of a meat is the best to eat? If you're going to eat.
Organic turkey.
Organic turkey, which I have that.
Which I'm so impressed. That's great.
Which I have ate turkey for years.
Yes. But you try to cut your animal protein down to once a day.
Yeah.
And once you do that, maybe go a day or 2 without any animal protein. Yeah. Which doesn't mean, okay, now I'm going to eat this huge bowl full of nuts because cashews taste great. Mm-hmm. And you feel like you have to get your protein. If you have a bowl of spinach, you've had plenty of protein for the day.
Well, and there are people that are like, I can't not have protein.
So you eat spinach. Eat broccoli. That's protein.
What about tofu?
Well, that's soy.
Okay, all tofu is soy?
There's a lot of soy in tofu, yeah. Look, if you feel like you have to have these meat replacements, organic tofu is better than some of the other choices out there. Right. I'm not a big fan.
Well, I make a mean tofu manicotti, so that's why I'm just asking. Not very often, but you don't even know it's tofu. Of course, you put it in with some ricotta, which now I know I can't have because it's dairy and cheese.
Well, there's cheese recipes out there using nuts.
Right.
But if you're going to consume a bunch of fat in nuts, then you've almost defeated the purpose.
Right.
So have a day or 2 where you make an avocado the fat in your diet.
I love avocados.
And and if you're eating 6 avocados a day, well, that's probably too many. Right. But have an avocado.
But an avocado a day is not too much.
No, that's an amazing.
At one setting, because I like an avocado with some salsa with some tortilla chips.
That's okay. You've got the. You listen.
Actually, I like taking a pita, a whole wheat pita, and cutting that up and baking it. You more than chips.
Well, that's okay. That's good.
So.
And you've got the avocado, and the salsa's amazing for you. I put salsa on my potatoes.
Right.
And it's great food.
Okay.
So I want to talk a little bit about fruit. So I talked a little bit about weight loss. Oh, one more thing. Red clover tea is great for weight loss. It's great for the liver. It's great for the lymph system. And I got some for Jaclyn for
I'll be drinking some red clover tea.
She's so wonderful. I got that. They have that at the truck patch.
Okay.
So I just appreciate you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I do want to talk about fruit because people are afraid of fruit. They're afraid of the sugar.
Right. Which is a natural sugar. You should never be afraid of the sugar in fruit.
Yes, girlfriend.
It's a natural sugar. Eat all the fruit you want.
It's not table sugar. It's not high fructose corn syrup. But there is a war on fruit right now, I'm telling you, and there are practitioners that tell people to stay away from fruit or to limit your fruit. Now, I'm not saying you should eat nothing but fruit. No. Right. It should be a balance. But you definitely don't want to stay away from it because you think it's bad.
Right.
There are people out there that say that fruit feeds cancer. Mm-hmm. And that's wrong. Fruit fights cancer.
Well, my kids get fruit at every meal.
Oh.
They, like when they're home and we're not running around and we're home. They get fruit with every meal. Because, and I think that's why they don't crave all this junk food, is because they get the natural sugars. Like I made a bundt cake on Christmas because we always do a cake for Jesus's birthday and sing him happy birthday, and I had brought the bundt cake to work because one piece got eaten out of this cake because they don't.
That's what happens because when you give your body the glucose that your body needs to run on, you don't. I used to eat chocolate every single day. I had to have chocolate every day.
I still eat chocolate every day.
You know, I did, but I haven't had chocolate in over 2 years, and I don't miss it because I eat plenty of fruit.
Yeah.
So, table sugar and high fructose corn syrup, those do feed cancer. Mm-hmm. Fruit fights cancer more than any other food. So vegetables fight it about a quarter as much. So if you cut fruit out, you better quadruple your fruit intake. So you have helped your kids so much.
I would rather eat a banana than 3 bags of spinach.
Well, now there's things in spinach that you can't get in a banana, and there's things in
banana
what I mean? You can't get in
like
spinach.
For me, it's
I have to make sure that I eat enough spinach because I'll eat bananas all day.
When you're eating right, you're eating a lot. Especially to get, like, if you're looking at your calories and that. I mean, there were days that I would look on the counter and go, I'd rather not eat than eat all this.
Right.
You know, when you're working out and you're feeding your body and you're trying to get enough, it's like,
yes,
no, I'm not eating all that. That's no. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier to just eat a banana or an apple or an orange.
It's easy. It's you don't have to cook it. You just throw it in your bag.
Yep. Fruit
is amazing for the liver. Our brains and livers need glycogen storage. Mm-hmm. With all of the crazy stress in the world today, your brain, the electricity in your brain, it runs hot, especially when we're stressed. The glucose in fruit cools the brain down. When your liver is sick and cannot hold on to glycogen anymore, you get hypoglycemia. You fix that by cutting the fat and eating fruit and vegetables.
Right.
Fruits helps the liver, the adrenal glands. It helps keep your brain from shrinking as we age. That in and of itself should be enough reason to eat fruit.
Yes, especially if you have brain disorders in your family.
It's critical
Dementia, Alzheimer's.
Critical to have fruit.
You know, Parkinson's, like all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So, okay. Well, we're going to take another break, and then we will come back. And what are we going to talk about when we come back?
We're going to talk about specific foods now.
Okay.
More specific foods.
Sounds good.
Okay.
We'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we're back, and now we're going to finish up talking about specifically some foods that are good for you that you need to be eating.
Right.
Incorporate them into your diet.
These are some of my favorite foods, just because they taste good and they do good things for you. The first one I want to talk about, we touched on this last time, the food that everyone thinks is bad for you.
Potatoes.
Potatoes, excellent, because they think it's a white food.
Right.
But an apple is white on the inside.
Right.
So a red potato is a red food, a yellow potato is a yellow food, a brown potato is a brown food.
Right.
Okay. They're very high in B6. They're very antiviral. They're very high in lysine. You have a fever blister, put a slice of potato on it.
Okay.
And it's just like putting some medication on it without chemicals.
Right.
Okay. Potatoes soothe the nerves in the GI tract. So if you are a pregnant mama with morning sickness, get a big bowl of steamed potatoes and keep it in your refrigerator and snack on those. And that will soothe your nausea. It soothes the nerves in the GI tract. Potatoes are great for stress. Potatoes keep you grounded. Potatoes are not good with butter or sour cream
Or chili or cheese or...
all those things. Now you can do plant-based chili.
Vegan chili.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some good recipes out there that's fine on a potato. But potatoes have gotten a bad rap.
Okay.
Potatoes are amazing if you have gut issues. Colitis, Crohn's, IBS, one of the best things. I did take some medication for an abscess. I got a horrible case of IBS. I ate bananas, papaya, potatoes. It was the only thing that I could eat. Calmed it all down. So I love potatoes.
Okay.
Pomegranates. One of my, I'm just
Your
in this.
faves. You're on a kick.
I'm a pomegranate kick. And
Yeah.
they're in season right now. So that's great. I want to say that they can be cumbersome to eat. So I brought this de-seeder just to show you guys. You can get this on Amazon for $12 to $13, and it makes it really easy. Otherwise, it can be a little frustrating, and you can watch YouTube videos on how to do that.
Because the seeds are what you eat.
The seeds are what you eat.
Right.
Pomegranates are very high in antioxidant. They're extremely good for memory and focus.
Good.
So I try to drink a little pomegranate juice before I go to work, and it really helps.
Yeah.
Pomegranates help decrease earwax.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Wow.
if you got one of your kids are earwaxy,
Yeah. Or having ear infections or getting plugged up or maybe that
plugged up, but it helps with earwax. Pomegranates help you grow hair where you want to grow hair. So it's not like you're going to grow a bunch of hair on your elbow.
Right.
But on your head, pomegranates help you to do that.
Okay.
They're great for cysts. If you have PCOS, do we know what PCOS stands for?
Polycystic ovary syndrome.
You need to be eating pomegranates every day. They help. They have them at Walmart too right now. They help dissolve gallstones, kidney stones, and calcifications. They're really important to have in your diet, and so I'm eating pomegranates every day.
Okay.
Cranberries. That's another food that I'm eating every day. One of the most powerful liver cleansers on the planet. And we all know that they're great for UTIs, right? Because we hear that. So they're very high in antioxidants. What cranberries also do is they disarm bad estrogens. So the estrogens that our body makes, I mean, we're supposed to make that. But we get bad estrogens from chemicals and plastics, and they cause issues. Cranberries help to get rid of that.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Thanksgiving Day, when you have a big spread, and none of that food's really that good for us. It makes us, it's delicious, but the cranberries are so powerful that that's the best thing on the table. Even with all the sugary sauce that they're in, they're that powerful. So at Thanksgiving, make sure you eat the cranberry sauce.
Do you just eat them plain?
I put them in my smoothie.
Okay, that's what I say, because aren't they kind of bitter?
They're tart, but when you put it in a smoothie with your wild blueberries and your spinach and coconut water or orange juice or whatever you put in your smoothie, it makes the smoothie taste kind of like tart, but it's not bad at all.
Okay.
So I put mine in my smoothie. It's great for gallbladder disease too.
All right.
Papaya. Amazing food. I mean, you've got to be eating papaya. If you're not eating papaya, if you have any kind of gut issue at all, IBS, if you have any kind of spasm in your stomach, colitis, it can kill C. diff, it can kill E. coli, it can kill H. pylori.
Wow.
Very powerful. Papaya is anti-wrinkle.
I'm going to put it on my face.
Actually, put aloe on your face.
Okay.
If you want to improve how your
Put it
skin
on your
looks,
face and then eat it.
you eat the aloe and you put it on. Oh yeah.
I am not. Are you one of those that drink the aloe vera juice?
Yes.
No.
It's such
gross.
a critical detoxer. It's great for your gut. It will rejuvenate your appendix, and we need our appendix. You know, I mean, it has a function. And you do the aloe. You don't even have to do a lot. Well, then just put it on your face. Okay. But papaya, when you eat it, it's amazing for the skin. It helps with acne, eczema, and psoriasis.
Okay.
It's good for people that have been sick for a very long time and haven't been able to eat because they're so malnourished.
Mm-hmm.
It's so calorie packed and nutritionally dense. It's a great food for those people. It's like magic.
Okay. You gotta. What else we got?
Oh, and constipation. We have to talk about that. So when I changed,
Do we have to?
We must. Because we're nurses, everybody tells us about that anyway.
We do.
So when I changed how I ate, I thought, oh gosh, I won't have constipation anymore. Wrong. It got worse. Papaya. Eat a half a papaya a day, people.
Aren't papayas big?
They are. Or a quarter of a papaya if that's too much. But, you know, if you have really bad constipation, it will help. Now, I'm glad you said that. Hawaiian papayas from Hawaii, the smaller ones, those are GMO. But the Meridol ones that they have at Walmart, and sometimes they have the Formosa ones at the Truck Patch, those are fine.
Okay.
Those are good.
All right.
Cilantro. That's an amazing food. But you have to have the leaves and the stem. I put this in my smoothie too. This crosses the blood-brain barrier and pulls heavy metals out of our brain.
Cilantro in a smoothie does not sound good.
You know, it took me a little bit to get used to, but you have so many other flavors in there. It's actually one of the best places to have it.
Because you can hide it.
Because you can hide it. If you know, there are people that have a really strong aversion to cilantro. Those are the people that have a high amount of heavy metal oxidation and they need it worse. So if you really hate cilantro,
you need to be eating
it for sure.
Okay.
It pulls out toxins and heavy metals out of the liver too. Really critical food. I eat it every day. Figs. Have you ever had a fig?
Yes.
Okay.
I like figs.
And
I like dates.
Amazing. Dates are a great brain food. Figs are great for the GI tract. Very healing. They pull toxins out of our GI tract. They pull toxins out of our liver. Really important to eat figs.
Okay.
They help build neurotransmitters in the brain.
Well, we need those.
So those are some of my favorite foods. I mean, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
Bananas. I eat a lot of bananas.
And apples.
And apples.
Spinach. Blueberries.
Yes. And I eat vegetables. Artichokes, asparagus.
Brussels sprouts. Sweet potatoes.
Love sweet potatoes.
She posts her food on Facebook.
I've watched some of
I
it,
see
yeah.
it. All the time. So, well, thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
Another
for
good
doing
show.
This. Another good show. Yes.
Y'all are great.
Thanks.
Happy New Year to you too.
Happy
Thanks
New
for
Year
doing
to
the
you.
show again. Scooter,
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Take us home,
It's
dude.
about that time, isn't it?
See everybody tomorrow with another live show. We'll see you on, let's see, County Judge here tomorrow.
County Judge.
Yep.
All right.
See you then.